Tuesday, April 3rd, 2018, Monaco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. I'll be looking at the markets as usual and how the Dow recovered from the brink of a key technical level. Before that, I'd like to talk about YouTube and my channel. Last month, March, I had the best month I've ever had. I gained over 3,000 subscribers, and I made the most in terms of monetization from my adverts. It was a very good month. But for some reason yesterday, I made 3 videos which were in line with what I've always made before. And right away, I was given these yellow tokens. And they came up even before I published the video. Prior to that, I had gotten those yellow tokens or yellow icons, but they came a bit later, and I used to ask for a manual review, and you used to get green. But as you can see, yesterday I published those videos. You can see the Mooney bill after 50 views still had that. And as I said, it came up even before I published the videos. I'll show you, I'll show you I'll compare it to my previous videos recently. As you can see below there, there's the Billy t-shirt video. I actually didn't monetize that, but then the ones below, they're all green. And for some reason yesterday, I made 3 videos, and what that means is not suitable for most advertisers. And I requested a review, a manual review right away, and I'll probably get it green. But as you can see, I've lost quite a bit of revenue there because the Mooney bill video has gotten a lot of views for me in less than 24 hours. So has the story of the 1933 double eagle. I contacted Google about that. I said, what's going on? I haven't changed the content of my videos. How come you're doing this? And this is the answer I got. It says, "Hi Mario, thanks for reaching out. We are offering a more granular view into which videos are fully eligible for ads and which are not. Videos that are receiving limited or no ads will be labeled with a yellow icon." Well, this is like ridiculous. It's obvious. Yeah, no help there. And then this person says, "This means that videos with this icon have been identified by our systems as not suitable for most advertisers. If you'd like to understand why your videos have the new yellow icon, review our advertiser-friendly content guidelines, not just against the content of the video, but also the title, descriptions, thumbnail, addition, and so on." And he goes on to say, "We rely on machine learning to evaluate the millions of videos on our platform to implement these choices. But no system is perfect, so we're encouraging creators to appeal for a human review when they feel we got it wrong. And every appeal helps our advertising systems get smarter over time." So very broad, not very specific answer. I was asking, I was telling YouTube, haven't changed the content of my video, and why are you doing this? And they haven't, and they've just given me this answer. And what I'm trying to say is hopefully this will not happen again, and this machine will learn how to rate my videos. I don't like to ask for donations, but if you really enjoy my content and you think I add value, it would be great if you could donate $1 a month or whatever you can. I've got a Patreon account, and I've got all the links below in the description of all my videos, how to support the channel. For example, the New York Times, I think it costs $2.50 a day to buy the New York Times, the paper itself, not online. So if you can pay me, donate $1 a month on Patreon, it would be great, so I wouldn't have to worry about this. Don't like to ask for donations. I've been doing this channel for over 2 years, and it's been going really well. As I said last month, the revenues from advertising, the monetization of the videos were really good. But for some reason now in April, this is coming up. So I always leave the where you can support the channel below in the description of the videos if you like to support. So back to business and the markets. So yesterday the stock markets had a big drop. The Dow dropped 458 points and it closed at 23,644. But the low of the day was 23,344. So it rebounded 300 points intraday. And it finished above 23,360, which was the recent low of this year intraday. So S&P as well. So it finished down 1.9%. The Dow. S&P finished down 2.23%. And it was down about almost 60 points. NASDAQ finished down 2.75%, 2.75%. Was down 193. But as you can see from this little Bloomberg intraday chart, we recovered quite a bit from the lows, especially, within the last hour there. Some people would argue that the Working Group on Financial Markets, or the PPT, came in and bought the stocks. Probably, but of course we have no proof. What are we doing this morning in the markets? Let's have a look. So gold actually did really well as well yesterday, even though the dollar held up really well. The dollar didn't really drop, so gold did well with the dollar actually remaining fairly firm. Right now, gold is 1340, down a dollar. The high yesterday was around 1345. Overnight, we've been between 1337 and 1343. Silver, 1658, unchanged. The high has been 1363 and the low. Sorry about that. Silver is 1658. The low has been 1660 overnight. The high 1663 and the low 1652. The Dow is down only 4 points right now, 23,635. It has been down to 23,578, so it was down over 50 points earlier. The S&P is up 5 points at 2586. The NASDAQ is up 21, or 1/3%. So the markets have stabilized a little bit, the stock markets, but I don't think we are out of the woods. We're going to have a look at some charts in a minute. Dollar, let's see the currencies. The pound is a little stronger, up 0.1% at 140.60. The euro is a little stronger, 0.1 as well, 123.15. And the dollar is a little stronger against the yen, 0.15% at 106.04. So not much move in the currencies at the moment. Yesterday it was understandable because the whole of Europe was closed, so the currencies didn't really move as much. So yeah, let's have a look at some charts. First, the Dow. This is a very bearish looking chart in my opinion. And as I've said before, I think the high from the 26th of January, that's the high for a while to come, in my opinion. How long? It could be months, could be a year, could be a decade, could be like Japan. They saw a high in 1989. They haven't seen that high since 1989, 30 years almost. So as you see there, yesterday the low was 23,344. And on the 9th of Feb, the low was 23,360. So at one point there, we'd broken that level. So right now it's formed a double bottom. I'm sure the people in the mainstream will come out and say, well, Dow bounces off double bottom, everything's fine now. But I don't think so. This is just a consolidation. It's only a matter of time, I think, before we get a big... Yesterday, we were down over 700 points. But when we break down again, I think we're going to see more than 1,000-point drops a day. It's going to be big. So it's not looking good, the stock market. And Bloomberg, for example, they say, there's a headline here, Trump's decision-making looks set to keep markets on edge, UBS says. I think that's a load of rubbish from UBS, one of the banks that was saved in 2008. It is a Swiss bank. They used to be reputable banks years ago, but they joined the club and became just like all the other Western banks, the Swiss. It's got nothing to do with Trump. I've spoken before. The credit markets are turning. Funding is shrinking. It's got the cycles. You can't stop the cycles, and it's got nothing to do with Trump's decision. That's my opinion. Even yesterday, there was an article in Zero Hedge. It says subprime auto bubble bursts as buyers are suddenly missing from the showrooms. So everywhere, people are tapped out. They can't borrow anymore. Cost of living is going up. And the LIBOR iOS spread is spiking, which means funding is getting harder and harder for financial institutions. So Trump, I guess, he didn't do himself any favors by getting in on the bandwagon of the mainstream economists and the Fed, saying the economy is doing really well, and calling the stock market the mother of all bubbles during the campaign. And now, after the stock market goes up another 10,000 points almost, he says it means the economy is doing well. And he's using the same statistics that Obama used to use to say that the economy was doing well. So he's only got himself to blame there. What about gold? The gold chart. Yeah, it's even forming now. I spoke about how we're forming a flag in gold. You can draw the top of the flag there a bit higher. But this looks more like a falling wedge, and we've broken above that, but it's finding pretty good resistance. Of course, the powers that be, the working group, financial markets, or PPT, they're going to make it as hard as possible, but to me it looks like it's a pressure cooker here. And I drew a line here on the top, and it even looks now that we're forming like a teacup and handle in gold, and we're just breaking out of the handle. The target would be the same as I've spoken before for the flag, around just below 1,500. Timing wise is difficult to say, maybe sometime in the summer. So that's the gold price, still doing very well. Silver, yeah, it's still stuck in the range, but once gold breaks out, I think silver will lead the way. As I said, the dollar index actually is holding fairly well. On 28th of March, you can see it rallied quite a bit and it stayed fairly firm. So it's not out of the realms of possibility that gold could go up and make new highs and the dollar might stay pretty steady. It doesn't happen all the time that gold goes up, only when the dollar goes down. So at the moment, the dollar looks fairly good. It's just stuck here around 90. Please have a look below in the description if you'd like to donate to the channel on Patreon or other means. I accept cryptocurrencies as well. I have a PayPal account. I would appreciate it. I don't like to do this, but this way I wouldn't have to worry about YouTube. And I'd like to thank all the viewers, all the new subscribers. It's great to see that the effort that I've been putting onto my videos is paying off in terms of new interest. And I will update you on the YouTube situation though. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, share it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and you can also follow me on steemit.com and on Twitter. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.